All right, let's cut the intro. Let's cut the intro because me and Tatiana have been talking for like 15 minutes already because I didn't hit the live button. Welcome everybody to Beyond the Barricade. And I was wondering why nobody was leaving any comments in here. But let's start off with bringing Tatiana on now, if for real this time. And new Victory Pro Wrestling Women's Champion, the one and only Unwilting Tatiana. I saw you
Hi,
laughing in the
everybody.
background.
You know what? I've done worse in the world of live theater, so it's fine. It happens. We're all good. We're here. Hi, everybody. Good
We
to be
are here.
back.
Hi, everybody. I was wondering, like, usually, like, at least Serena comes in and chimes in, and nobody was chiming in on this. But we were having a good conversation, though.
Oh,
So,
for
so
sure, for sure.
let's rewind it a little bit and go back to you are the new VPW Women's Champion at the last VPW show. Tell me your thoughts winning the match.
I'm ecstatic. I'm super excited to start this new chapter of my career. I'm so happy that I get to be the champion for the VPW fans because they're amazing. Um, Obviously that was one heck of a match. It had a lot of twists and turns that I don't think anybody saw coming. So it's been a good couple of weeks since I brought this baby home.
Now Salem interrupted the match, right? What are your thoughts on that again?
She
Everybody
did.
else.
Well, obviously I'm not huge about people getting involved in my matches. However, what a lot of people missed was Salem was originally supposed to be a part of the match. However, right before she made her entrance, Valentina attacked her backstage. I had a little conversation with Salem after the match just to sort of,
Right.
touch base and be like, hey, we're good, right? Which for now we are. But yeah, Valentina
Okay.
kind of bounced her head off of everything. She had a pretty bad bruise when she came out. So again, I'm not huge about people getting involved in my matches, especially when there's a title on the line. But I think Salem more than deserved a chance to kick Valentina's teeth in, and I'll give that to her.
Right. Okay. Now, before we go into the next segment that we did on this before, you were dressed up as an X-Men character. Can you tell everybody who you were?
Yes, absolutely. I decided to dress up as my favorite X-Men, Kitty Pryde, also known as Shadowcat. She and I have very similar histories. Obviously, hers being in comic form, mine being real, but just visually and historically, we're very similar. So she was always a character that I sort of connected to and looked up to. So it felt like a really good time to dress up as her.
Okay, all right. Love the costume. I don't know if anybody else got it, but I certainly got it when you came out.
I
Because she's
hoped
not like,
having the dragon with you. Sorry.
yeah, 100%.
I hope
I
having the
understood that. Right, go ahead. I'm sorry. I
No, you're
interrupted
okay. We got that slight delay again, so it's making
you.
it difficult. I hoped having the little dragon at my side would help people sort of catch on, but it wasn't until later when I posted the hashtags that everybody went, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Awesome. Loved it. Loved it. And we're going to take a look at on my latest vlog from BPW Interaction. We're going to take a look at how Valentina's face is after the match.
Oop.
She's got a sour puss on her face right there.
Oh, yeah, she seems thrilled about the change of events.
She does. She does seem thrilled. All right, November 11th, you have two challenges coming up. You have the one and only, the center of attention, Brittany Brooks, and all the way from Puerto Rico, Nahir Robles, La Ola Ola. Tell me
Um,
your thoughts going into this match.
well, I am very excited to face both of these young women. I've heard a lot about both of them, and they seem like incredible wrestlers. That being said, no one ever likes being a part of a triple threat. They tend to be a little bit more challenging, and
Yeah.
having a triple threat be your first title defense obviously makes this way more high stakes than normal. So I'm planning on bringing everything I can to the ring, and I hope these ladies are as well. So I'm looking forward to it. I think we're gonna challenge each other.
Awesome, awesome. Now, being a triple threat, who is the bigger threat to you that you feel would be the bigger threat?
Ooh, I
It's tough.
it is very tough. I've seen a lot from Brittany. I'm a little bit newer to Nahir's work, so I I guess if I had to choose one, I'd say Nahir, just because I've not seen as much work from her
Okay.
until recently. That being said, recently I've seen Brittany put out some work that was a little bit tougher than I think people expect from her.
Right.
So I think either of them could really be a surprise challenge.
Okay. All right. Now, Brittany put out a response to this upcoming match. I'm going to show it to everybody. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
I might have.
Okay, here we go. You posted 2 weeks away. This is going to be one hell of a start to the Unwilting era. And she goes, bruh, what you don't understand is I'm a belt collector and I'm collecting.
Oh boy, that's really funny, Brittany. Because here's the thing: if we're gonna talk about collecting,
Uh-huh.
this is my bag
Uh-oh.
of D&D dice. It is almost the size of my head. If anybody knows anything about collecting, it's me. So no one out collects me. Not gonna happen.
All right. You hear that, Britt? She just won her own championship recently, the inaugural Dreamwave Wrestling Women's Championship.
Good for her. I might have to give her a visit down there.
Maybe he'll take her belt away instead of the other way around.
Never know.
Serena says, "Happy National Talent Heritage. We are still celebrating." Yes, we are. So tell me, what does it mean to you to be in the business representing your heritage?
It's that's tough for me. I haven't found a lot of opportunity to really be a big representative of my heritage. You know, I do have Italian in me. I've got quite a bit, but I've also got Russian heritage. I've also got Jewish heritage in me. So there's a lot of different histories that go into who I am and who the people are that made me who I am. So I just, when it comes to the Italian part, which is my grandmother and her whole family, I just try to like take the lessons that she taught me as a kid with me as I travel, as I enter locker rooms, and just try to be and like try to bring an air of respect with me as I go. That's kind of the best way I can represent my Italian side. Other than that, though, when you're a flower, it's really hard to say, "Hey, I'm Italian."
Right. You got a lot of different mixture in you.
For sure.
All right, but Serena's got another question for you. What's your favorite Italian food and dessert?
Oh, my favorite Italian food is shrimp Alfredo.
Okay.
And I haven't really had a lot of like Italian specific desserts in my lifetime. So I don't really have a good answer for that one. And before anybody asks, I've actually never had a cannoli. So
I was gonna say, what about a cannoli?
I've never had one. So the thing is, I live in Pittsburgh and we have a really big Polish community. Not so
Oh
much a big
no.
Italian community. So cannolis aren't really a big thing down here.
All right, so on November 11th, somebody bring Tatiana some cannolis so she can try them out.
But please give it to me after the match.
They're really good, really good. And then you gotta have like cannoli cake. Oh my god, so good. Not good for you if you're into fitness, but so good. What about Russian food? Any Russian food you like?
No, not
No,
really.
I don't know any
The
Russian
Russians
food,
aren't,
so
as far as I know, particularly known for their cooking. No, they're not really known for their cooking.
just drinking.
So
Just
I do
drinking.
like me some vodka, so I got that going for me.
There you go.
Just drinking.
All right. So tell me, have you been showing up your VPW championship around town?
I mean, when I can, when I can. I just
Okay.
recently moved, so the belt had to
Oh,
be
all right.
sort of safely packed away for a hot second while that went into play. Uh, but but yeah, no, I've been showing the picture off to my friends. I have this tradition where every time I win a title, I hold it in the Bret Hart belt pose, and I send the picture to my brother because Bret
Oh,
Hart was his favorite.
okay. That's a good tradition. I like that. You should
Yeah.
you should post that somewhere.
I think, I'd have to double check, but, Matthew Flood, took some new promo
Oh,
pictures of me with the belt recently,
oh,
and I
okay.
think one of the poses has me holding the belt Bret Hart style.
Okay, all right. We're gonna have to get with him to release that for us. Now, what else you got coming up after VPW, or even before VPW?
So this weekend before VPW, I will be, making my return to Delaware for 1CW.
Okay,
What I'm doing there, I can't quite say yet, but I will be there.
gotcha, gotcha.
Um Obviously, every Thursday you can catch me at T2T Pittsburgh doing something. And
Okay,
then on, let's see, the Friday before Thanksgiving, which I believe is the 24th or 23rd, or sorry,
okay,
the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Uh, 880 or TTT Pittsburgh will be hosting our night before Thanksgiving extravaganza, and it'll be myself and Nick's Wild versus the Runway. So that's what's on the plate for this month. End of fall is kind of quiet for me, which not really a bad thing, honestly.
okay. All right. Before we say goodbye for now, I want to talk about the championship right now. Right?
Yes.
Who after this triple threat, get through it and all that? Who would you like to see come to VPW to defend that title against? Is there
Hmm.
anybody that popped into mind? What well, because we could pull out some, send it to the CEO and owner of EPW so he can make it happen. But
Oh, there's so many amazing women in that area that I could pull out their names. Um, I like I said, I do want to face Salem one on one. I think she's earned the opportunity to have a chance at this title.
okay,
Um, I'd really love to face Abby Jane. She's been on fire lately, and I think it'd be fun to romp around with her. Oh man,
there's so
uh,
many to choose from.
there's
I mean,
so many to choose from.
you really got two great opponents coming up. So
I do. I'd say Masha Slamovich, but if I'm gonna be honest, I think Masha would destroy me pretty quickly right now. So maybe we'll hold that one off for next year.
okay, all right. Now she's a former VPW Women's Champion. Did you know that?
I did not know that, but that
There
doesn't
you
surprise me at
go.
all.
Yes,
That
she was
doesn't
a former
surprise me at
champion.
all. She's pretty badass, so she seems to be picking up titles everywhere she goes.
She does. She does. All right. We'll keep Masha at the end or something. Where can everybody follow you?
Let's see. You can find me on Twitter, or also known as X, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, all under the handle Tatiana Wrestles. You can also find my channel on YouTube called Tatiana the Wrestler.
Okay.
And I have a Facebook page which updates almost daily called the Unwilting Tatiana. So you can find me on all of those platforms. I'm pretty active on all forms of social media. I promise I don't have a problem. It's just a thing.
All right, awesome, awesome. As for me, not only is my latest blog interaction up on my YouTube channel, you can see Valentina is not happy there. But also coming up, should be out this Friday on my YouTube channel. My next vlog interaction, Queen's coming, where I was at New Evolution Wrestling, and I'm talking to Bobby C and Chris Angels, who is of Samoan heritage and is directly a member of the bloodline. So that was cool to meet him and hang out with him, and the after credits scene. Now this you'll find amusing, Tatiana, is a scene with Anthony Gangone where Valentina is mentioned about the loss.
Oh no. Ooh, I'm gonna have to tune in and look.
So it's affected not only her whole family around her, you know. Poor
Oh gosh.
Valentina, man. We're gonna have to get a consolation prize or something. But anyway,
Sure.
on November 11th, well, besides November 11th, this Saturday, I'm gonna be at Titans Mount Olympus, where a huge 30-man Royal Rumble type match will be happening. And as you can see, PJ Savage is the new Titan Funhouse champion, and he'll be defending his title that night. This Saturday, make sure you go to Titan Championship Wrestling to get your tickets for this Saturday. It's going to be a great time. Also making his debut at Titan is the one and only Joey Conway, the cause of it all. The current Wrestling Is Now heavyweight champion. Just FYI. And as of course, Anthony Gangone will be there too. After that is November 11th, which not only is it VPW Insanity, which we'll talk about in a moment, but the big event New York is up that day during the day, and I'm going to be hanging out with the one and only Brittany. So I'm going to pick her brain about the match coming up with you. And not only is she going to be there, I got to keep the peace that night because Nahir will be with us as well. So I'm going to have to separate them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them fighting at the big event.
No. Let them go a little bit. They might tire each other out.
Well, I have enforcement too, because not only joining me with them will be the one and only Anastasia Morningstar.
Oh,
so she might be a future comer for your title. I'm just saying. Make sure you go to Big Event New York to get your tickets and come and see us at the Beyond the Barricade table. Also co-sponsored by VPW itself. And then after that, hop in your little car, drive to Beta Shore. It was about 10 minutes away, Tatiana. And then come see Tatiana defend her championship against Brittany and Nahir in a triple threat match. It's not to be missed. I'm telling you, this is going to be a match of the night. I'm telling you. I already know. Do not miss VPW Insanity. Go to victoryprowrestling.com to get your tickets because it could be sold out because big events there. Everybody's going to come. That's the nearest wrestling show around. It's going to be packed.
Yeah, it's a can't miss show for sure.
I am very excited. And also at big event, the one and only Mommy, Rhea Ripley, will be there. So that crowd's going to come to VPW where not only will you be in action, but look, the leading man, Jack Tomlinson, will be there. And he's fighting Bryce Donovan, which was announced. Dante Drago is fighting JJ Dose for the New York State Championship. Sin Bodhi from Impact's going to be there as well. Eric James. Fun. It's going to be great. The Rap Bastards are defending their titles against the returning Even Stevens. Now, I hope this is the last match because I've seen them wrestle way too many times together. But they have to have a rematch.
That's fair.
And you know what? Those guys are cheaters, though, those Rap Bastards, man. Just saying.
No, I guess they live up to their name.
I guess. I mean, I called them out on it in a social media, I think it was Facebook post. And Adam said, I don't cheat, just ask my girlfriends. I said, well, that kind of implies that you're cheating, buddy. Tatiana, I am so excited for you being the new VPW Women's Champion. Congratulations. Everybody come down and see her defend her championship on November 11th. Oh, here we go.
Looks like we have some Rad Bastard fans.
That's right. Tatiana will be leaving Insanity, # and still the VPW Women's Champion. The Unwilting era has begun.
Yes, it has, and we're going to go into it strong and steady.
Into 2024.
That's right.
Tatiana, thank you for coming on. Everybody else, have a good night. Just hold on for a second, Tatiana. I will be back at 8 o'clock with the one and only, I forgot to mention it, Bobby Buffet. He is coming on. And then at 9 o'clock, myself and MCW will pay tribute to the one and only No Pity Smitty, who we lost him yesterday. And we're gonna talk about Smitty at 9 o'clock. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Everybody have a good night.